When most people think about goldfish, they think about something ordinary. A small orange fish, a simple pet, something inexpensive, easy and forgettable. That perception exists for one reason. It's the version of goldfish most people are exposed to. What very few people realize is that goldfish have one of the longest and most intentional breeding histories of any ornamental animal on Earth. For over 1,000 years, humans have shaped goldfish not for survival, but for appearance, balance, and movement. Every curve, every fin, every unusual feature exists because someone somewhere decided that trait was worth preserving. Over time, goldfish stopped being just fish. They became living designs. And today, some goldfish are so refined, so specific, and so difficult to reproduce correctly that they're studied, judged, and collected with the same seriousness as rare birds, koi, or even horses. To understand how that happened, we need to slow down and look closely, not quickly, not casually, but with the same patience that went into creating them. We'll start with one of the earliest examples of ornamental beauty. The Veiltail Goldfish doesn't impress through bold shapes or dramatic body mass. It impresses through motion. Its long, flowing fins are designed to trail behind the fish as it swims, creating a soft, fabric-like movement in the water. But what makes this impressive isn't just length, it's control. A well-bred veiltail must open its fins evenly. If one fin droops, folds, or twists differently than the others, the illusion is broken. That's why symmetry is so important. Breeders didn't just select for longer fins. They selected for fish that could carry those fins gracefully. That matters because overly long fins can easily become a burden. They slow the fish down. They increase drag. They make swimming harder. So the veiltail represents a compromise. Beauty without collapse. Historically, veiltails were among the first goldfish varieties to be admired purely for elegance. They marked a shift in how people viewed goldfish, from hardy pond fish to living ornaments meant to be observed slowly. Next comes a breed that takes the opposite approach. The Ryukin Goldfish doesn't rely on flowing fins to stand out. Instead, it commands attention through shape. Its most defining feature is the pronounced hump just behind the head. That hump gives the fish a powerful, almost muscular silhouette, especially when viewed from the side. But creating that shape is far from simple. If the hump is too small, the fish looks ordinary. If it's too large, the fish can lose balance or struggle to swim properly. Breeders must carefully manage body depth, tail placement, and fin strength to ensure the fish remains stable. A strong Ryukin swims with confidence despite its heavy body. This is why the Ryukin became popular among serious breeders. It rewards precision. It shows how structure matters just as much as color, and sometimes even more. From strong shapes, we move into something far stranger. The telescope eye goldfish looks like something imagined rather than bred. Its eyes protrude outward from the head, extending far beyond what seems natural. This trait didn't appear suddenly. It was slowly exaggerated across generations, each time selecting fish with slightly more prominent eyes. But large eyes alone aren't enough. Collectors look for symmetry. Both eyes must be equal in size, shape, and position. If one eye tilts or bulges differently, the entire fish loses value. There's also clarity to consider. Cloudy or damaged eyes are immediately noticeable. Despite these extreme features, a high-quality telescope eye still swims calmly and confidently. That balance between exaggeration and functionality is what makes the breed so fascinating. It's not just unusual, It's controlled unusual. Pearlscale Goldfish introduce something rare in the fish world: texture. Instead of flat, smooth scales, pearl scales develop thick, raised scales that resemble tiny beads or pearls pressed into the body. This happens because of abnormal calcium deposition during scale development, but only when conditions and genetics align correctly. If the scales don't raise evenly, the effect disappears. If they raise too much, health problems can occur. That's why pearl scales are challenging to breed well. Their round bodies also add difficulty. A compact body increases pressure on internal organs, meaning only the healthiest fish thrive long-term. Collectors value pearl scales not because they're flashy, but because they're distinctive. They don't look fast. They don't look powerful. They look deliberate. The Oranda Goldfish is often the moment people realize goldfish can have faces. Its defining feature is the fleshy head growth called a wen. This growth develops slowly, often continuing to change shape for years. A good wen isn't random. It should frame the head without covering the eyes or mouth. It should look balanced from every angle. Breeders must wait patiently to see how the wen develops. Early promise doesn't always lead to a good final shape. This uncertainty makes especially interesting. They reward long-term care. Because of that, Orandas became symbols of patience in goldfish keeping. Fish that reveal their beauty gradually, not instantly. The Lionhead Goldfish pushes this idea even further. Unlike the Orandas, lionheads typically lack a dorsal fin. This creates a smooth curve along the back, emphasizing the roundness of the body and the head growth. Historically, lionheads were associated with symbolic guardian lions in Chinese culture. Their appearance echoed strength and protection concepts deeply rooted in tradition. From a breeding perspective, lionheads are unforgiving. Too much head growth affects movement. Too little weakens the look. When everything aligns, the result is a fish that looks calm, heavy, and dignified, almost sculptural. The celestial eye goldfish is one of the most extreme examples of selective breeding. Its eyes are permanently oriented upward. This gives the fish a constant skyward gaze, unlike any other goldfish variety. This trait presents real challenges. Feeding becomes more difficult. Navigation changes. Because of this, celestial eyes are rarely recommended for beginners. They are specialty fish kept by enthusiasts who understand their limitations. Their appeal lies entirely in uniqueness. They are proof that goldfish breeding explored boundaries, not just beauty, but possibility. Finally, we arrive at the Ranchu. In Japan, the Ranchu is often called the king of goldfish, not because it is the largest or flashiest, but because it represents balance. Ranchus have no dorsal fin. Their bodies are rounded and compact. Their backs form a smooth, uninterrupted curve. In shows, Ranchus are judged while swimming in shallow tanks viewed from above. This perspective emphasizes body shape, tail angle, and movement harmony. Every detail matters. The Ranchu represents refinement. Nothing excessive, nothing accidental. It's the result of centuries of careful selection, guided by strict standards and deep respect for form. When you look at all these varieties together, something becomes clear. Goldfish didn't become beautiful by chance. They became beautiful through intention. They are living records of human preference, patience, and design. And once you understand that, it's impossible to see goldfish as ordinary again. They aren't just pets. They're living history, swimming quietly, waiting to be noticed.